Welcome again to another episode of Sabiduría de Trystin. There were so many topics I was thinking about talking about today, especially since today is April Fool's Day, April 1st. April Fool's Day is actually my wedding anniversary. My husband and I decided to get married several years ago on April Fool's Day, thinking that it would be the greatest joke ever since we were together for a while. And getting married on April Fool's Day, no one would really believe us. They would have thought we were, fooling them because in my family, my mother knows I can be a big jokester. And in my husband's family, he is known to be a big jokester. But nonetheless, we did get married officially on April Fool's Day because we were just two fools greatly in love with each other. And we always wanted to remember this day, so why not get married on a day that's easily remembered, like April Fool's Day? So we did. So here I am, having another episode on my wedding anniversary. And like I mentioned in the beginning, I was thinking about what topic to talk about today, because so many things have happened this week that have greatly inspired me. The past two episodes were about finding the benefits, finding the beauty in the changes that are going around us. Well, I'll tell you what mine are. On this day of my wedding anniversary, I am very grateful for my husband, of course. I'm grateful for his physical presence near me. I'm grateful for the years that we've been together. I am grateful for the rough times that we did have in the beginning, because it has allowed us to become a better couple. I am grateful for all the arguments that we've had in the past, because it allowed us to be better communicators now. I am grateful for his love, because it's like the water to a flower. It really does help me to grow. And I hope it does the same for him. At least that's what he tells me. I'm grateful for the times he does inspire me and the times he does criticize me, because it gives me the push I need to continue to press forward. I am grateful for the little times that he annoys the living daylights out of me, because it means that I still care. If he can bother me so much, that means he knows how to dig deep and get to me. And I'm quite sure he can, or he does, feels the same way. It's a lot more than just being grateful for my spouse, my husband. You see, he's my production assistant. He's my video editor. He's my business partner. He's my friend. He really does try his best to get to know me. And I've always wanted, since I was very, very young, when I was in a relationship. I always wanted a relationship that me being married meant that I was a partner in life. I wasn't just a wife. I wasn't just a title. I was someone that grew from this beneficial experience, just like he grew from this experience as well. That we both grow together. It wasn't just about being on a journey together and then, okay, so I'm sharing this road with you, and just because I share this road with you, you do your own thing, I do my own thing, and goodbye to each other. It wasn't like that, but it wasn't also about, well, you have to do what I want to do and I have to do what you want to do, and we have to be one person, and forget your personality, forget your individuality, forget everything, who you are, and let's walk on this road together. It's not that either. It's a beautiful mishmash or pish posh or whatever other mixture of words you can say. We are two individuals walking the same path who chose to walk it together. This marriage of ours is our second chance at marriage for both of us. Not just for me, but for him as well. And we were both determined that this would be our second and last chance. And not because we abhor the institution of marriage. On the contrary, we both felt that marriage meant so much more than just the legalities of it. I'm not his property. He's not mine. We are two individuals that chose to be with each other. But we are committed to each other. We are in binds with each other. And it doesn't keep us stuck. It presses us forward. And I like that. I like the wings that I've gained through this marriage. I like the battle scars we have obtained through this relationship. Because it's made us stronger. It's made us hopeful. Made us grateful. And I guess it is because of the changes that has come into our lives. It's because of the struggles that we have had in our life that has brought us to that. And changing the perspective, changing the view, changing the way I see struggles, changing the way I see views, changing the way I see changes has allowed me to see the beauty, the love, the contentment that I currently feel right now in this present moment in time. And then I look on to see what's going on in my life at this moment. A lot of things have happened this week. It's blown my mind. This wisdom series, this Sabiduría that I'm giving you, started because of a death in my family, the death of my beloved Trystin. Then the second episode was about water and about how to take care of yourself, how to breathe, how to talk to yourself, not to talk to yourself negatively, because your body is mostly water, and to listen, to breathe, to be well. And now here I am talking about love, because it's my wedding anniversary, of course. But on Sunday, I heard that a dear friend of mine lost his life on his children's birthday due to the virus that we are all at home for right now, being quarantined. And I wanted to talk about that as well, because there's a wife out there that lost her love. And celebrating my wedding anniversary today, I don't know if or how I would feel if I lost the push, the drive, the wings that I received, my partner that I chose to walk this path with. I don't know how I would feel about that. But the thought of the impermanence of his physical being, again, for lack of a better word, was quickly brought into my mind when yesterday my husband had a medical emergency. Boy, was that close to home. I almost felt like my friend's wife. I couldn't panic because I had to be there to treat him. I had to be there to make sure he was safe, he was calm, he was well, and he got the things he needed. And thank God he recovered beautifully. Thank God it was just his medication that needed adjustment. Thank God it was just a reminder from his body that, hey, buddy, you need to take care of yourself and you need to learn how to rest and enjoy, to be still. And it just brought a whole bunch of whirlwind of messages into my mind. I know I labeled myself as a yogi, as a fitness instructor, as a spiritual intuitive. I labeled myself, but I'm more than that. And I do get messages from the divine, and I do see things in a higher plane. And with all the things I'm looking at, the deaths, because I know I'm not the only one that sees it, everybody sees the deaths. They all pray that it's not someone that they know due to the coronavirus. They have the fear, they have the isolation, they have the annoyances of being inside. But in my experience of this life, it's those little reminders, it's those little changes, it's those little bat in the face moment. That's what I call them, bat in the face moment. That sometimes God has been giving you messages, or he's been trying to say things subtly, because in the Bible it says that God speaks softly, and we need to stay still to listen. And in most scriptures, even if you don't believe in God, that's okay. In most scriptures, in most holy writings that I have been reading and listening to, they say that the divine speaks in the silence. That the universe speaks in the silence. So we need to be into that level to hear and to listen in humility and in love and compassion, because those are higher frequencies than the other frequencies that we listen to that are louder. Again, anyway. So knowing that my friend's wife is now a widow, his 5 children lose him, the medical emergency I had with my husband yesterday, the fact that we are isolated so to protect ourselves and others from a virus, I have to see the beauty of it all. When my husband and I were going through struggles in the beginning of our relationship, I did not see us being married. I really thought, oh well, I'm going to start all over again. And now look how close we are today. If you know me and if you know my husband, you would see how we are. You can never imagine that we used to be at each other's throats in the beginning sometimes. And again, it's those little moments that broke us through. I do truly believe that the suffering, the changes, allowed us to transform into this beautiful, loving couple that we are today. And I have to see that whenever we feel heartbreak, and I do believe there's a poem about it somewhere, I don't know where. If I can find it, I will give you the link as I always do. But I gotta believe that when your heart breaks, it doesn't just fall into pieces. It opens you up, not for more heartbreak, but for more love. It breaks so that way we can find the capacity to love even more. Especially since love is the biggest, strongest power there is. So with all the changes that's happening in our lives right now, with all the death that's happening around in our lives right now, I'm not telling you to not mourn. I'm not telling you to not to take a moment and grieve. I did. But always look to the flip side as well. Look at the bigger picture. Look towards the divine. It is with death that brings new beginnings. The trees must lose their leaves in the winter to become bigger, beautiful trees in the spring and summer. The seeds must go into darkness in order for us to get fruit. I wish you all love today. I pray for your protection. I thank all of you for being here. I thank all of you who are staying home and making the conscious effort to practice social distancing, because not only are you taking care of your lives, you are taking care of others, and I thank you for that. I thank you for those who are still working in essential businesses such as communication, food, transportation, hospital, medical. You know who you are. Thank you so very much. We are all doing our part, and we can break apart from the labels of politics, of religion, of everything that tries to divide us, and particularly just entitlements. Everything that tries to divide us. This virus has done one thing, if only one thing. It has shown us that we are one. It doesn't care for labels. It doesn't care for status. It doesn't care for age. We are all the same. Period. It has taught me this too. It has taught me to love deeply, because I don't know when my day is going to come, or when my time will come when I must say goodbye. So for all those grudges, for all those things, that if anyone has done anything to me or if anything I've done to them, on my anniversary with my beloved husband, I say to you as well, I love you. If you don't hear it from anybody else, at least hear it from me. I love you. Take care. May you be filled with many, many, many blessings. Namaste.